Could be a big weekend for you at Presbury Park, of course. The Unibet International Hurdle is the feature race on Saturday. You won it quite a few times, but you won it more recently with Call Me Lord 12 months ago, and he could be heading there once again.
That's the plan. You might as well try and defend your title. I think, you know, there are a lot of things we've never been certain about with Call Me Lord. We had an idea that he only went right-handed, but he proved in the international last year that he can go left-handed. You know, we were even talking about putting him in the long walk at Ascot. I don't think he's a 3-miler, nor does Ant, actually. So, I mean, Cheltenham, so the Unibet International is the objective. We'll try and see if we can see them off again.
And obviously ground is sometimes an issue for many horses. Verdana Blue, is she an intended runner if the ground sort of dries out?
She looks as if she's staying more than anything else this year rather than before. Do you know what I mean? She used to be 2 miles around Kempton on fast ground. And now, you know, give her a fast track and that, she sort of looks as if she just wants a bit further. And maybe her flat campaign would have told you that she actually does go in soft ground. She ran a fantastic race in Ebor, probably a bit unlucky not to finish a fair bit closer. She was a good third, but she was literally piling on down after the front two, all the way to the line. You know, another half a furlong she'd have won. And that was soft ground. Royal Ascot was in soft ground. And she was second in the, you know, over 2.5 in the Ascot Stakes. So you might just think about her and say, dude, she's not a flat track 2-miler. She's a, you know, she can handle soft ground and she stays. So she could come into the equation, yes.
Caspian Caviar Gold Cup, always a really good betting heat. Lots of good value to be had with many horses in the race. Champagne Mystery, Nicky, we haven't seen since being poured up in the 2.5 mile novice handicap at the festival. But prior to that, he had some pretty strong form, didn't he?
Well, he has some strong form, but it's interesting. His strong form has always been his first run of the year. So we're banking on that, and that's why we're going to go in very brave first time, because he could go to Timbuktu and win the first time, and then he doesn't always back it up. So we think and the way Trevor Herrings is going, the last 2 weekends, rather annoyingly last weekend, he just beat us in the many clouds, but I can't begrudge him that. We were pleased with Santini, but you know, Trevor beat us, and then the week before he won the Ladbroke with Cloth Cap. So he's on a rock and roll. So I said to Mick Meager yesterday, let's be brave and go for the third weekend on the trot.
And you think he could be quite well treated off a marker 139?
Well, obviously the point of 139 was to get him into the into that novice handicap at Cheltenham, which we achieved. But then he didn't run a very good race. But he has won every year first time out, and impressively. And then he seems to, I mean, obviously he's telling you he has to be very fresh. It might be over fresh, I don't know. Or it might be refreshed.
How much of a hard race did Mr. Fisher have last time at the festival when he was poured up? Not at the festival.
Because, I mean, that rain came so suddenly. I mean, again, you're in these situations where really I should have taken him out because we knew it was pointless. But the rain only came an hour before the race. And we were committed, really. And Nicker was well aware of it, and he pulled him up in bags of time. I mean, it was horrible that day, wasn't it? And, you know, we had a whole lot of horses that just couldn't cope with it at all, and he was one of them. So he seems in really good form at home.
And Top Notch has had a wind-up since we last saw him. How significant do you think that could be?
I think I'm sure it'll help him. The only thing, it helped him, but it's held me up. So just possibly might need a run, but actually by giving us, he could do another bit of work tomorrow, which might just help him.
Another horse that carries the very familiar double green now is Fusil Raffles, and he heads back to Cheltenham after the low par run last time.
Well, again, ground at Cheltenham that day. I mean, it would have to be no worse than good to soft. You know, if it was good to soft. I think we've got rain coming again Thursday. I mean, it seems to me that every week we get dry, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You're just starting to get excited. And then suddenly, bang, Thursday, downpour, back to square one again. So we just have to see what happens.
And you maintain he's still a very high-class horse. Is the Arkle a race that you are sort of still
No, I think he's a
towards?
2.5 mile horse. But I think he's a good... We haven't been 2.5 yet. I'm dying to do it. So it's possible he could do that on Saturday. I think he'll get further in. We knew that last year, but he was third in the Supreme, so he's not slow. It just took him. Ascot's a big track to start with, so he needed it. He had to warm up to it a little bit. He's just quite a laid-back horse. He was going okay. Nicky said he was fine. I mean, as you know, the other horse fell. What was it, 3 out of 4 out, and then he was left with nothing much to beat, to be honest with you. But he galloped and jumped home very well, so he'll be fine.